And I think this should serve as a good reminder for any one of us who is doing anything, including mining or any type of adventures. What's up guys, welcome to another video. This is Charlie Lin. I'm sure you noticed that today I removed my glasses. The reason was because I lost my glasses yesterday when I was trying to do some swimming in the river here in Basel. I do have a spare pair of glasses, but they look like this. They dim under the sunlight. I'm gonna take them off. And I really blame myself for being too careless because I didn't notice that I need to be able to swim in order to go to that river. Well, anyway, this is not my idea. This is my friend's idea. He just thinks I will be totally fine, absolutely floating in the river as long as I have a very big airbag. Okay, as you can see from this video clip, this kind of swimming in the river done by most of the locals looks very relaxing. Okay, so this is how we look like before swimming. And after that, I looked totally depressed. And even my friend who could already swim got his feet cut by some rock or glass. And he had a few cramps on his legs. I tested the water by myself a few times and I even went a little bit further and deeper into the river. And for more than twice, I felt like the water is trying to flow me back to the shore. So I told myself maybe this is a sign, this is the God calling me to go back to the shore. The reason why I tried again and again was because I also don't want to be a coward. You know, there's a saying said, never give up, right? Never give up on yourself. But now looking back, I think I learned a really good lesson. It is that instead of being taken as a coward, it is more important to know your risks and to know your limits. And I think this should serve as a good reminder for any one of us who is doing anything, including mining or any type of adventures. Okay, these are few days, I'm still in Switzerland, but tomorrow I may be going to Paris to visit a really important company for crypto mining hardware. I don't have his business yet, but maybe I can sit down with him for an interview. I will ask him if he will be okay with it. I hope to bring you insights and perspectives from mining professionals across the whole world, either by forwarding you the messages or getting messages directly from them. Okay, without any further ado, as usual, let me give you updates on some of the popular ASIC miners, including IceRiver miners and Antminers. Okay, first of all, IceRivers. Okay, to talk about IceRiver miners, I think we just have to talk about two miners. It is KS0 miner and other IceRiver miners. Why? Because KS0 IceRiver miner is a really unique choice. I believe this is like a no-brainer choice. It is risk-free because it is so cheap. It was just like the choice I made when I was trying to swim in the river here in Basel. I didn't go too far to the river because I knew my limits. I cannot go too far into the river. I felt scared. I knew the risk was too high. I have to come back to the shore. And the KS0 IceRiver miner is pretty much like the choice of taking a decision to swim very close to the shore or just walking on the shore, enjoying the view on the river. And I can also tell you, in the past few weeks and days, KS0 IceRiver miner has become the most popular ASIC miner to sell on the market. I think the choice of an IceRiver KS0 is very much similar to the option of a KD box in the year of 2021 because both of them are very small miners and they both were very profitable, but they're also hugely different because of the price. They look very much similar in terms of profitability and satisfying the need to chase the hype. However, IceRiver KS0 is much less risky than KD box. Okay, so here's the rule for mining. You need to be ready to lose everything. If you're not ready for that, mining is not suitable for you. So if my figure of speech or analogy is correct, KS0 is walking on the shore to observe the view of the river or swimming very close to the shore. I believe these more advanced IceRiver models are like swimming in the river. You need to watch out. You will spend a little bit more money in order to gamble for some bigger profit. However, the risk is definitely higher because we know the manufacturer and the distributors are continuously delivering stock of these more powerful IceRiver miners and also more expensive miners. So the mining difficulty will be only getting higher and higher. The competition will become more and more. So the profitability can become down and down with the passage of time. Okay, so would you like a KS0 of IceRiver or these other models of IceRiver? Would you like to swim very close to the shore or would you like to swim in the river? Can you swim? Are you afraid of swimming in the river? That is a question. Okay, after introducing these two types of IceRiver miners, I have to talk about their delivery time. There's a big issue for these IceRiver miners. It is because we do not have the ready stock for most of these models, or they are very expensive. For the moment, we really have to get the pre-orders going. But there is also a blessing, or there is some good hope. It is that last month I placed many orders for the KS0 for some clients, and just a few hours ago, according to my distributor friend, they think the delivery of the KS0 can be delivered next week. It is not too bad. Okay, among these three models, KS1, KS2, KS3L, it is important to notice that the last option, KS3L, seems to be the most popular one. Maybe it is because it is looking more sensible in terms of balancing the cost and hash rate. So that's pretty much about the IceRiver miners. Right now, I'm going to give you the updates on the Antminers. To talk about the Antminers, I have to talk about Casper mining, Bitcoin mining, and Dogecoin mining. So first of all, Casper mining. For Casper mining, so far we have only one model coming from the bitmain company. It is the KS3 Casper miner. Okay, so if choosing KS0 is like swimming very close to the shore, and getting the other models of IceRiver miners is like swimming generally in the river. To choose the KS3 Antminer for Casper mining is like swimming in the middle of the river. It is more risky because the price that you pay for the miner is much higher and the delivery time is very uncertain. So far, the feedback in the market is that very few people have ordered this miner. I think people feel hesitant to get this miner because they worry about the lead time and they worry about over-investing. Yes, swimming in the center of the river is very risky. You could get drowned because the flow in the center of the river is stronger. And it's even possible you could get hit by a boat or a ferry passing through the river. Okay, so that's pretty much about my reminder, my heads up, or even my warning if you like to purchase the KS3 Antminer for Casper mining. However, as always, none of that is my financial advice. As a business person, as an ASIC vendor, if you still would like to get this miner, I can give you very favorable distributor prices for the KS3 Antminer, much better than the original website of bitmain. And the delivery time is definitely reliable, as original as the bitmain company. Because I only use reliable sources and distributors with whom I did multiple business with. The relationship is tested and the delivery is tested. Okay, so that's pretty much about the bitmain Antminer for Casper mining because we only have one model. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the Bitcoin miners from the bitmain company. Number one is the S19XP 141 terahash for Bitcoin mining. It is so far the most powerful air cooling Antminer for Bitcoin mining. So far, according to my observation, the price of this miner has come to a new low. So it means even if you wait for more, the price is not going to decrease as fast as you want. And another reason why I recommend this miner is that because the price has hit a new low, it is a lot wiser to buy a miner that is becoming cheaper and cheaper than to chase a miner that is becoming more and more expensive, like the popular Antminer models in the past, including KA3 and K7. Both of these two models in the past were very, very popular and full of hype. But just recently, in the past few days, these two models have becoming available once again at a much better price. So what does that mean? Isn't this an approach that's already agreed upon by most of the people to buy the dip and avoid the highs? This should be the same investment strategy when it comes to purchasing a ASIC miner. Okay, the third Antminer I would like to talk about for the Bitcoin mining is the S19 Hydro models, which are 151.5 terahash and 158 terahash. The former model is already delivered in stock. They are ready to ship. And the second model, 158 terahash, will become available early next week. And the price of both of these two models is really great. If you're into hydro mining, I think this is a deal you cannot miss out. Okay, the third Antminer I would like to talk about for Bitcoin mining from the bitmain company is the S1986 terahash and S1990 terahash. I don't know why, but recently there in the market there are two different variants for these two models. It is two different kinds of chipsets. It is said the more expensive model that is using one of these two chipsets is more efficient than the other. These two chipsets are CH240 and J111. Or it may be because the more expensive option of the S1986 and 90 terahash is more capable of being overclocked. I'm not a technician, so I don't know the real differences between these two different kinds of chipsets, but I think it is important to let you know about these two different offers. Okay, the last Bitcoin miner from Antminers I'd like to talk about is the S19J Pro 100 terahash and 104 terahash. My update for both of these models will be very simple. The price is very stable and the price looks very reasonable. If you're a Bitcoiner, both of these two models are very good choices because they are said to be of really good durable quality, even better than the S19J Pro Plus 120 terahash. And according to some of the mining professionals I met in China, they said the S19J Pro 104 terahash is able to be overclocked for much higher performance, just like the S19 Pro 110 terahash. Okay, so that's pretty much about the Bitcoin miners from the bitmain company. The last miner I would like to talk about today is the L7 megahash Dogecoin miner. It is really hard to give suggestions for this miner because everyone knows there's a big elephant in the room. It is the Litecoin halving. But I don't know if the distributors are just faking the slightly higher price, or even if the market is not buying the deal. But it's also important to notice that the price of the L7 miners is still not bad. Okay, so that's pretty much today for my updates for the ASIC miners. I look forward to see you in my next video. Thank you.